We were all riding high after the win. Back in the locker room, I checked my phone and saw tons of rumors about players who wanted to be traded to our team. I figured it couldn't hurt to mention it to the assistant GM, and sure enough, when I brought it up, he was more than receptive.
Didn't your offense have a nickname that year? What was it?
There have been some great nicknames in the NFL. The Steel Curtain, the greatest show on turf, but we decided actions spoke louder than words. Time was tight. We had an autograph signing in just a few hours, but I wanted to make sure I got enough work in with the new guys. The practice seemed to fly by. We all left the field feeling pretty pumped for our next game together.
Tonight, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners, great. Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe ready to lead them at quarterback. First and 10, Joe Burrow. That's caught by Hollister. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a loss of a yard.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Good for us.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll move the chains.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. (21 yards). Well done on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. So here are the Chiefs coming out for their opening drive. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory.
It's a gain of
an outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 53 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And it'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Taken down by Reuben Foster.
The numbers for Mixon last week, 16 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Joe Burrow's sacked.
They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And a first
You know,
down.
Charles, we saw an interview earlier this week with this guy, their field general, and he was asked something to the tune of, if you could create a catchy nickname for your team, what do you think that would be? And his response was like, I'm not into that.
And I love that. I think he's got the right idea because, to me, nicknames absolutely have to be earned. You can't give yourself your own nickname, and you don't become a Monsters of the Midway overnight just by saying so. It takes time, and this team, as talented as they are, they're still in their formative stages. And remember, sometimes no nickname actually becomes a nickname. Do you remember the Miami Dolphins with the no-name defense? It became a nickname in and of itself.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Harrison
If you did
Butker.
know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker now to kick this one away. From the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
at their own 28-yard line.
And out now, here come the Bengals. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
First and 10 at the 38.
It's Mixon on the counter. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Brings up
My next teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A gain of 6 there. So second and 4 from the 22.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now it's Burrow. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Good pickup there, 13 yards. They get closer for third down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Michael Gallup. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, and now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. And And that one makes it 14-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a Bengals score.
Bengals 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Flush to his right. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Kansas City.
Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. So simple math here in the 1st half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
He is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
Bengals 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. There, 1st down.
Bengals 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Burrow will throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To the air again, Burrow. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys are very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Rolling to his right. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here's 2nd and now from the 35. They're going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
No, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw. Complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left. They'll throw now on the final play. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, where you see the final score there. 31-21, the final score. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. You see, they were losers earlier this afternoon. 27-12 was your final. And then lastly, we wrap up the week with a good one on Monday Night Football between the New England Patriots and the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to his team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Here's Hardman on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
First and 10 at their own 32.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They're on a 3 and right now looking good in this one as well. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Looking for Hill again. This time it's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a
Back to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
28-yard line.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a first and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his third touchdown now on the year. And their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent cover. Result, touchdown.
Butker had the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you make it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts, not in your favor. Run your offense out there, put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2, but I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
36-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Sack.
That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say that I lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second bundle. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's going to go down again. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and on their play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's Hill on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He has been on his A game. We're in the 3rd quarter. He's already in search of touchdown pass number 5.
He's played so well that it's hard for me to take my eyes off of him, even when he's not on the field. I keep finding my eyes finding him on the bench in between series, wondering what he's going to do next. This has been a blast to watch him play the position.
Yeah, he's been spectacular with those 4 touchdown passes.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Back to throw here. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
I know he was trying to get the field, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead,
and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Of 11 yards. And it's
impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 and you end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and get to the quarterback.
He throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Tyreek Hill, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were about.
This 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Edwards-Helaire.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. On the move to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but now it'll be 3rd down.
He did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. It's a 6-yard pass, and the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here. 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And a throw there, incomplete.
Intended for
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Set to begin this drive, and it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Kansas City.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 37-yard line.
Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
To Travis Kelce. It's a gain.
They're looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Chiefs are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way to the 2-yard line. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it'll be second. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
All right, Captain, let's batten down the hat. Defensively, dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Well, each play, it did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Kansas City.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. You get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
56.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. Working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. They'll look to set up his blockers. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. KC's offense ready to take over. We've got a lopsided game here. Which I don't know, Charles. What does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And not totally home free yet, but good as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Logan Wilson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get that to Edwards-Helaire out of the backfield, and it's 3rd down.
Greedy Williams on the coverage.
Now back to throw. Flushed out right. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here, and that is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush. You'll either get too wide or too narrow.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. His throw caught at about the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Start right now. You can't ask for a better first season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead. Guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
Harriger to kick off for Kansas City.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover.
Onside kick is recovered by the Bengals.
Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. He's been pretty good when he's had time. The issue is, as we see here, a lot of times he hasn't had the time.
And a lot of that in getting past it is attitude. How's he projecting? Is he showing that the other team is getting to him? Is he showing his guys up front that he's upset, that he's angry, or is he still encouraging? Because those guys, they've got to find a way to pick it up, and it always happens a little bit better if they feel like their quarterback's on their side.
So far, 5 sacks against him. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Burrow. And that will be incomplete with a going 18 seconds now to go. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. But now it's 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Their own 43-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Escaping the pressure right. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 1. Look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.